what's up, guys? It's your girl, the Alpha Mystic, and first and foremost, I want to just thank you guys for tuning into this video today. I'm so excited and a little nervous, to be honest, because this is the very first video on my channel, the Alpha Mystic TV, which I will have all the information below in the comments for you guys to subscribe and share the channel, as well as just launching this November 1st. It's been a long time coming, and I'm just so excited about the journey that I'm about to embark on, and you guys with me. So definitely, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and just continue to tune in because I have a lot of great content in store for you guys, which I'll go over towards the end of the video, which brings me to what this video is about. So this video is about Mercury retrograde, what it is and how it can affect you. I know a lot of people see memes on Instagram, Facebook, or they hear their friends or coworkers talking about Mercury's in retrograde, so beware, all this different shit is going on. Well, let's just talk about it. Let's just get into what Mercury retrograde is. So first, I just want to start with the word retrograde and what that means. And then from that point, we'll just move into everything else. So retrograde is, to me, just using my own context clues, it's when something appears to move backwards, going back in time, retroactive. Just think of that word. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, we can just think about Mercury, which is the planet that rules communication astrologically. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, it could greatly affect our communication and how we communicate with others and how we receive communication. Then let's take it a step further. See, there we go again. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio could even go a little deeper than that because Scorpio is a water sign. It's ruled by water elements, and water is definitely deeply connected to emotions. So when Mercury in retrograde is in Scorpio, our emotions could be a little out of whack. The way we express our emotions to others could be a little weird, a little out of whack. So, I just kind of wanted to go over ways to navigate through this Mercury retrograde and just, maybe just to kind of tap in and dig a little deeper into what it's about. So first and foremost, let's just talk about what may happen during Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Well, you could just be having a normal conversation with a loved one, family, friend, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody on the street, and you just feel your emotions you just get really emotional. And not saying that it's negative, but you just catch yourself kind of being triggered. That's because Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio. So just definitely want to be in tune with your emotions during this time. Yes, I'm looking at a notepad because it's quite a few things that I want to go over. So the second thing is just think before you speak. So, before you communicate with somebody, whether it be via text, email, in person, just think about the message you're trying to convey, and are you accurately conveying that? Because on the receiving end, that person could very well misconstrue your messages. And no, you're not responsible for how people perceive the information that you're giving, but when you think hard about how you want to share a message, especially during Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, you just want to make sure that you're really getting your point across and getting to the point, because too many words, too much wordiness can just make people be in their heads, can make you get in your head. So just keep it short and sweet. Secondly, a big misconception about Mercury retrograde is do not connect with people from your past, because oftentimes during Mercury retrograde, people from your past could just make their way back around, whether it be a friend, a coworker, ex, somebody that you thought was long gone. They tend to resurface around Mercury retrograde, usually with those "hey stranger" texts or just random DMs and messages. And a lot of people say, F them, don't even give it any of your energy, ignore them. But really, you can use this time to heal or get clarification and be able to close those chapters for good. So if somebody is wanting to reach out and talk to you, or just share a message, it's okay to listen to the message, respond back, but get that closure that you need so you don't take that energy with you into the next cycle. So if someone from the past reaches out and wants to connect, totally fine to say, oh yeah, hey, thanks for great, blah, blah, but just get the closure. There's no room to take people from the past into the future. So if someone from the past does come back during this Mercury retrograde time, it's okay to have a brief conversation, keep it short, sweet, and cute, and then keep it moving, okay? Another thing is to pay attention to your intuition. As I said before, Scorpio, well, water signs, period, are very in touch with their emotions, their intuitions. Their intuitions are just naturally strong. So during this time in Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, see, even the way that I'm talking is just all wacky, and I'm pretty good at speaking, but Mercury retrograde tends to have that effect on people. Anyway, during Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, just pay extra attention to your intuition. You know, if something is coming into your mind, your heart space, your gut, and you feel really strong about it, pay attention to it. Make a note of it. I'm not saying you have to just act on it immediately, but just keep a journal. I love writing down my thoughts and different things that I do every day in a journal, so I can go back and just think about how I was feeling that day, the emotions that I was feeling that day, and see how it applies, you know, today or in the future. So definitely pay attention to your intuition. And the last thing that I want to just hit on is don't make any sudden moves, investments, any big decisions during Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, especially since our emotions are extra sensitive and, you know, communication is a little wacky. We don't want to invest $5,000 in your friend's business because it sounds like a good idea, or we don't want to just, let's just go on this trip that our friend invited us on because it just sounds like a good idea. Don't make any major decisions and major purchases or anything like that during this time because, like I said, communication, emotions are a little wacky. So give it some time, jot it down, and see if you feel that way after November 20th. However, if something or a project you've been working on for quite some time is something that you plan to launch during Mercury retrograde, which is similar to what I'm doing now, it's totally okay because you put the thought and the effort and energy, whether you meditated on it, prayed on it, whatever you did. So that's okay. But I'm just referring to really quick and rash decisions. We definitely don't want to do that during Mercury retrograde. So that's all that I have, people. Once again, thanks so much for subscribing and liking and sharing this video. There will be plenty more to come. In the comments below, I'm going to put my email, the link to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you look in the description, I'll have the links for you to follow me on Instagram and to kind of just see what's going on with the Alpha Mystic TV, excuse me, Mercury retrograde again. And just to briefly, I want to go over a few things that we'll be covering on the Alpha Mystic channel. You'll get my story and how I got into all this mediumship, tarot, spirituality, divine masculine, divine feminine teachings. You'll also get coaching and readings as it pertains to the divine masculine and divine feminine energies, which we both have. Men and women have both energies inside, so we'll go definitely into that. I'll offer one-on-one personal readings. I'll also talk about soul's purpose and how to find your soul purpose. I'll also do earth, air, water, and fire sign monthly tarot readings to kind of just get the overall energy of the collective and what you can maybe expect for the month. And then I'll also talk about the keys to manifesting and how you can manifest your deepest desires and the work that it takes. So once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Plenty more to come. Love and light to you all. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.